Welcome back to Teknobalta. Today we are diving into a common frustration for ETS2 drivers. Many of you have reported that your truck is stuck at 90 km/h despite having a powerful engine. We at Teknobalta analyzed this issue thoroughly to identify the technical bottlenecks. Even with a 750 horsepower Volvo engine, the truck refuses to accelerate further. You might have already checked your gameplay settings and found the speed limiter is off. This suggests the restriction is not coming from your local configuration. Let us break down the root causes of this 90 km/h hard cap. First, we must look at the source of your delivery contract. In ETS2, there are different types of jobs: freight market and external contracts. If you are taking jobs from the World of Trucks platform, you are using external contracts. World of Trucks is a cloud-based service that synchronizes your progress with the SCS servers. To ensure fair play and realistic simulation, SCS software enforces a mandatory speed limit. This limit is hard-coded into the external contract system at exactly 90 km/h. No matter what your local settings say, the server's side rule will override them. This is done to maintain the integrity of the online leaderboards and events. If you want to go faster, you must avoid the external contracts menu. Instead, use the freight market or quick job options for local deliveries. These jobs are stored locally on your PC and respect your gameplay settings. Now, let us look at the second possibility: Convoy Mode settings. When you host or join a multiplayer session, there are specific session rules. The host has the option to force a speed limiter on all participants. Even if you are the host, you might have accidentally left this option enabled. Check the Session Configuration menu within the Convoy interface. Ensure that the Force Speed Limiter box is unchecked. If you are playing on TruckersMP, the rules are even stricter. TruckersMP servers often have regional speed limits to prevent accidents. In high-traffic areas like the CD road, the limit is strictly enforced by the server. In these zones, your truck will not exceed the server set limit regardless of your load. Let us move to the technical preparation and pre-checks. First, open your game and go to the Options menu. Navigate to the Gameplay tab. Scroll down until you find the Truck Settings section. Look for the Speed Limiter checkbox. We at Teknobalta recommend toggling this on and off again to reset the config file. Sometimes the UI shows it as off, but the internal variable remains true. After toggling, make sure it is definitely unchecked. Now, let us examine the truck's mechanical state. While a 750 horsepower engine is powerful, the gearbox also plays a role. Some heavy-duty gearboxes have lower top gear ratios meant for torque, not speed. However, this usually limits you at much higher speeds than 90 km/h. If your RPM is hitting the red line at 90, you need a different transmission. But if your RPM is low, the issue is definitely a software limiter. Let us verify the World of Trucks theory. Abandon your current job if it is an external contract. Drive your truck without a trailer on a highway. If the truck exceeds 90 km/h while bobtailing, the limit was job-specific. This confirms that World of Trucks was the culprit. Many players prefer external contracts because they contribute to community goals. If you want to participate in these events, you must accept the 90 km/h limit. It is a technical trade-off for server synchronization. Now, let us look at hardware-related issues. Sometimes, your controller or pedal set might not be reaching 100% input. Go to the Controls menu in ETS2. Look at the acceleration axis visualization bar. Press your pedal or trigger all the way down. If the yellow bar does not fill completely, your truck will not reach full speed. You can fix this by adjusting the sensitivity or reducing the dead zone. We at Teknobalta suggest setting the dead zone to 0 for the throttle. This ensures that every millimeter of pedal travel is registered by the game. Another advanced check involves the game's config file. Navigate to your Documents folder, then Euro Truck Simulator 2. Open the file named config.cfg with a text editor like Notepad. Use the search function to find the line G_speed_limiter. The value should be set to 0. If it is set to 1, change it to 0 and save the file. This is the manual way to ensure the setting is disabled at the engine level. Let us discuss the physics of the 90 km/h limit in Europe. Real-world European trucks are legally required to have speed limiters set to 90. SCS software aims for realism, which is why this is the default setting. If you are playing on a realism-focused profile, you might want to keep it on. But for those who want to experience the full power of their Volvo, disabling it is key. Let us recap the solution path we identified. Step 1. Check if you are on an external contract. Step 2. Verify gameplay settings for the speed limiter toggle. Step 3. Check convoy session rules if playing with friends. Step 4. Calibrate your hardware input axes. Step 5. Manually edit the config file if the UI fails. We at Teknobalta have seen many users overlook the world of trucks restriction. It is the most common reason for a 90 km/h lock when settings are correct. Remember that external contracts are great for the community, but they limit your freedom. If you are testing a new engine mod, always use the freight market. This allows the physics engine to calculate speed without server interference. Also, consider the weight of your cargo. While the user mentioned the issue persists with light loads, heavy loads can mimic a limiter. An 80-ton locomotive will struggle to pass 90 km/h on an incline regardless of settings. But on a flat road, that 750 horsepower Volvo should easily hit 140 km/h. If you are still stuck, check for conflicting mods. Some realism mods force a speed limit by modifying the truck's physics files. Disable any physics or truck behavior mods to see if the limit is lifted. We at Teknobalta always recommend a clean profile for troubleshooting. Create a new profile and see if the 90 km/h limit exists there. If the new profile is fine, your main save file might have a corrupted attribute. This can happen after game updates or removing certain mods. Always back up your save files before editing the config or adding mods. Let us talk about the TruckersMP specific environment. In TruckersMP, there is a global server limit usually set to 110 km/h. However, in cities and busy roads, this drops to 60 or 80. If you see a small icon on your dashboard indicating a limit, that is the server rule. You cannot bypass this, as it is enforced by the multiplayer client. For single-player enthusiasts, the freedom is much higher. You can even use the developer console to change the timescale and physics. But the 90 km/h limit remains the most frequent question in the community. We hope this technical breakdown clarifies why your truck was being held back. It is rarely a bug, and almost always a specific gameplay mechanic. By understanding the difference between local and server-side jobs, you gain control. We at Teknobalta are committed to solving these simulation hurdles. Technical precision is the key to a better gaming experience. Always check your active job type before troubleshooting your hardware. If it says external contract, you have your answer. If it is a freight market job and you are still limited, check the gameplay tab. Ensure the speed limiter box is empty. And finally, verify your Convoy session settings if playing with others. This concludes our deep dive into the ETS2 speed limit issue. Don't forget to follow Teknobalta for more expert technical solutions. Keep your trucks moving and your engines roaring. We will see you in the next technical analysis. Safe driving and stay technical.